Dedicated team of experts has the technology in place to protect what matters most to you and your business. Stay ahead of cyber threats with better cybersecurity protection. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, so now through October 6th, enjoy bone-in pork shoulder for $1.88 per pound. Fairway's Hickory Smoked Bacon 16-ounce packs for $4.99, thick-cut bone-in chops for $1.99 per pound, and a half hog bundle all month for $199. Call 402-486-6611 for a custom cut and wrap. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. Touchdown! This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, 93.7 Ticket listeners. You are listening to Behind the Black and Gold. I am Ellie Apfel, and I'm really excited to have 2 important people here to talk about their time at NWU, athletics, things like that. And we're not just talking to people that are in one sport. We're talking to dual sport athletes. I'm here with Natalie Cummins and Averie Hike. They are on the soccer and track team at NWU. Ladies, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
We're so excited to be here.
I know that you guys aren't really big talkers, so I'm glad that I convinced you guys to do this. I didn't think I was going to be able to get Natalie to do it, so I'm really, really glad that you decided to come, Natalie. Thank you. Fun fact, Natalie is actually my roommate. Yep, at NWU, so I'm really excited to have them both here. But before we get into things, before I ask you questions, I kind of just want to get to know you guys. So Natalie, you can just tell us about how you decided to come to NWU. What was the process going into that?
So coming to NWU, I'd looked at a few other schools, mostly focusing on soccer and nursing since I'm a nursing major. Westland kind of just was like the perfect fit for me. My older brother had gone to Westland, so originally I was like anti Nebraska Westland, and then I had toured, met the coach, looked like was on campus, and was like completely like found my place. And then the nursing program has like really high ratings, like very good appeal to everyone. So I think that really came down to my main factor with picking NWU was all those little things they added up.
Good. Avery, how about you?
So for me, I also came looking for soccer. One of my cousins went to NWU, played football here, so I also just knew that from there. But I played when I was in 8th grade. I played with like an 0102 ECNL team, and that's when I first was in like contact with Jen at the time. And I've had some really bad injuries in high school, and so that kind of like messed with my like recruiting process. And since I knew Jen, I was like, okay, I'm gonna look into NWU more. And then as like the visits they added up and stuff, it's just a great spot. I've only ever heard good things about the schooling, and it's not too far from home, and it's not too close from home, so that's also really good.
Yes, for sure. So you both came for soccer. That was the first thing that you were going to do. Natalie, you're a senior. Avery, you're a sophomore. Because I know that you didn't really do track a whole lot. So what was the deciding factor for you to also do track? Because you didn't do track your freshman year. You started when you were a sophomore.
Yes, correct. So originally I came to Westland strictly just soccer. It wasn't until spring sophomore year, my dad had sent me a tweet of one of my nursing buddies who was doing track at the time, one of her long jump tweets on how far she had jumped. And my dad was like, you could jump this far. So then I kind of sat on it, was like, oh, I don't know. I haven't done track since middle school. Then eventually I worked up the courage to go talk to Josh Wall, the NWU jumps coach at the time. And I was like, hey, like I haven't done jumps and track since middle school, but I'm like kind of interested in getting back into it. Like, what would that look like? Like, what do you think? He's like, well, you're an athlete, so I'm not worried about not being able to handle the stress.
Yeah.
So I kind of talked to him, finished out spring soccer, joined right at conference track for outdoor, and then was just doing jumps. And that's kind of how I started my track career, was doing jumps, and then eventually transitioned to sprints and jumps.
So it just came down to your dad sending you a
Yeah.
tweet.
Yeah. The
You're like, okay,
competitiveness
I
of
can
my
do this.
dad
Yeah.
living vicariously through me.
Can you tell me the relationship that you have with your dad with track and specifically All-American?
Oh, okay. So the aspect of my dad on track is my dad, for a background, my dad had run track all high school and middle school. He ran 800s. He went to college for cross country and track. So he was kind of hoping one of his kids would kind of find the appeal of track, and none of us really did. He went 0 for 4 for a while, and then I decided to pick it up. And so originally, freshman year, my dad made a bet with me that if I got All-American, I could get a year of my tuition paid for or a new car of my own choosing. And with soccer, the only way you can do that is if you win a national championship. So that's obviously not very easy. But in track, you just have to place top 8 in nationals, which still isn't a very easy thing to do. But there's more opportunities for me to get to that point. So pursuing track was my way to hopefully get to that All-American and get that new car of my own choosing.
We'll get into that a little bit more in these next segments. So Avery, why track? Had you done track before? Did you do it in high school?
Yeah, I did it in middle school, but for Papio South at least, it was always at the same time as soccer, and obviously that was my priority. So I did like 800s in middle school, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. But so here we go back to Natalie's dad. My freshman year was literally last year, and Eric and my dad have come quite the buddies. So, they do their thing. But Eric was always just like, you would become such a faster, stronger runner if you get in the track. Like, it's track. Like, you don't need to have, like, skills. Well, you do, but, not it's not like soccer, where you develop that over, like, time. Um, so then I was like I gave it a lot of thought because I'm like, "Oh, this is so scary." Like, I've never even talked to the coach, this is, like, a big leap of faith right here. And and yeah, I decided to do it, and I actually wouldn't change it at all. Like, yeah, it was scary and, like, it took a lot of courage, but, like, you can see it this year. It has made me such a better runner, and, like,
100%.
I hope to continue to just, like, build off of that. Like, I'm really grateful that it was Ernie convinced me to do it my freshman year because, now I have, like, this season of track and then 2 more, so that'd be great.
I have noticed a big because when I'm up on the press box and I'm talking to people, they're like, "Oh, they are so fast." Like, and I have seen a difference specifically with you, just like your running form and just like your speed that you have now. And I like a great thing to be doing a soccer and track at the same time because soccer is so much running. And just to be able to have that endurance, I think you just have like a little bit more of a step up than some of the people that are on the field with you. So how do you both balance the demands of playing both soccer and doing track? I know that they're not technically at the same time, but you're also doing practices for both of them relatively close to each other. So how do you guys do that?
For me, it's great to be, like, basically in season all year round. Like, not only, like, it obviously keeps us busy, but in shape and, like, just always moving. Like, I always say, like, you can never be in soccer shape.
Yeah, I would second that for sure.
So, like, that really helps. Like, even in the summer, like, I noticed, like, I felt, like, so crappy when I didn't move because I was just, like, so used to moving all the time. And it's just nice for me to always, like, have something, like, always getting better.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I was a competitive gymnast growing up, so it was like school 8 to 3, practice 4 to 8, 5 days a week. So I didn't really know anything different than always doing something. So I kind of felt kind of like what Averie was saying when I wasn't doing track freshman year, that winter to early spring. I was like, gosh, I feel like such a bum.
Like, you have too much time on your hands.
And I bed rot when I have too much time on my hands. So
you don't bed rot, you read and you
I do read, avid reader. But yeah, the adding track into it with the soccer definitely like keeps me busy, keeps me motivated, and when that's kind of like the only thing like you're expecting that, you kind of built it into your schedule, then it's like you don't know any different. And it's like I feel more productive, and I definitely can 100% tell a difference like when I'm in shape from soccer and in shape for track for
I
sure.
agree. With, like, schooling too, especially when we have, like, spring season, off season for soccer, and then, like, in season for track, like, it's really tough having those overlap. But, like, with school, like, it's better for me almost because, like, you have no time to procrastinate. Like, you have to get this done.
You got
And that actually helps.
Averie, what is your major?
I'm exercise science, but
Okay.
I think I'm gonna switch to, like, pre-OT.
Oh,
fun. We don't know.
So you're both going into the medical field, things like that. That's a lot in itself. I could never because I just don't do science or math or numbers.
Comm majors.
Yeah, comm majors. Just want to talk for a living and make it through that. But how, like you said, you can't procrastinate. How do you guys manage schoolwork, especially because there's a vigorous schedule with that, along with doing 2 sports, especially with your academics?
You have your schedule set out for you like the semester before, so like anticipating, hey, these are my busy days, like communicating with the coach. A lot of it comes down to like your relationship with your coach and how apt they are to like adapting to your schedules and that kind of stuff. I'm very grateful for the coaches and the staff and the professors at NWU because they're so like they want student involvement in and out of like not just your classes and stuff. So I think it really allows us to have a little bit of everything. And I mean, yeah, there's days where I feel like I'm going to cry, but that's to be expected. But, when I'm on top of my things and I, use sports as an outlet, it's definitely not hard.
How about you?
Yeah, same for me. It's really just like staying on top of your stuff, like the discipline. You have to really be self-disciplined and just like staying on top of things again. You pretty much hit everything. So
Sorry to steal
it's
your
a game,
thunder,
man. It's a game, man. All you.
So how is it different between soccer regiments and track regiments? Like, what's the difference between that?
It's completely different.
Yeah, whole different ballpark for sure.
Yeah, the track workouts. Yeah, no words.
Explain the hardest track workout that you've had to do.
Oh gosh, that's so. Okay, so in the wintertime, we have these like Madonna workouts, and boy, are they so lovely. They're down at the Madonna Center, like off of, I don't know the streets, anywho, down south. And they are ramped workouts, and it's like speed and endurance training. And I think we've had like multiple people vomit. The people that can do it, and it's like 400, 800 runners, and it is like endurance and speed training, and it is violently exhausting. So that probably would be mine off the top of my head. I don't know about you, Avery.
No, mine's just like the reps.
Oh yeah,
like multiple reps, like hitting the same like
time frame.
pace. Yeah, pace time
100%.
every time. Like I'm very grateful for also the other girls because they.
Oh yeah, teammates definitely play a factor into
they
finishing
definitely
workouts.
do. But I mean, it's so worth it in the end, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So, what events do you guys do in track?
Take it away, Avery.
Okay, so, well, it's kind of tough because, like, I literally just started last year, so I'm, like, still everybody wants me to do a 400, but I'm like, 400 that's a long way. I'm just in my head. But last year I did the 100 and 200 outside, and then winter, my, like, first go around, I only did, like, 60s.
Yeah.
For now, though.
For now.
We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. That can always change.
I'm open.
She's optimistic. So for me, indoor, I run the 60, 400, and 200, as well as long jump. And then a little bit of it 4x4 relay and indoors as well. For outdoors, I long jump, run the 100, the 200, the 400, the 4x1, and the 4x4. Granted, I don't do all of these in every single meet, so it's kind of a little bit of everything, dabble.
No, I remember when you were telling me all the stuff that you had to do for the conference meet, and I couldn't.
Yeah,
I'm like
I
multis athlete without the actual multi.
She doesn't have that title.
You should think about getting into that.
Yeah.
You would do so good at that, I think.
Yeah, but then there's the aspect of hurdles, and I don't think that would go very great.
I think you would.
I would leap over
Yeah,
them.
you probably would. Jumper and sprinter.
No, but it'd be
It's the
like
same thing. You're just putting those together. You're just making that.
I think those hurdlers out there are going to be quite upset.
They'll be like, "Oh, okay, another person." They're like, "Give them a run for their money."
True, you're so right.
I think you'd be.
We're gonna have to talk DMAC into this
I
one.
know.
True.
So, what's the biggest difference that you've seen from indoor to outdoor season?
Oh,
for track,
a ton.
Yeah.
Did you notice anything or?
I feel like that's when like things really amped up.
Yeah, for sure.
I
I would
mean,
also say that.
I like outdoor track better.
Oh,
And
same.
I know everybody does. So you can tell the shift in like mentality almost. I feel like indoor season's kind of just like prep.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I would say that too. Yeah. Some people do better in indoors. Like your really short sprinters that are really explosive, they excel in the 60, and then there's your other sprinters who like peak at the end of the race. So 200s outdoor and 100s outdoor are a little bit more their specialty. But yeah, the vibes are definitely way better.
It's just
for
so
outdoor.
different because like
there's a lot more factors
in
you
the
have to-
track like being, if you have a 200 track
Yeah.
indoor, if you have a 300 track indoor.
Yeah, and then they're all 400s and outdoors. So you
Yeah.
don't have to cater that into a fact, and if it's like banked or not. But with outdoor, I feel like there's more events for starters, and I don't know. It's kind of like a big kumbaya moment when you go outside with all the teams that you play. Yeah, I don't know. I like outdoor way better than indoor. But half of our meets got canceled last year, so oh well.
for outdoor,
Yeah,
it got canceled.
Weather, Nebraska,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
it's the worst.
Nebraska weather. That'll get you.
Yeah.
Do you? How am I going to word this? For going into indoor, you have like meets on weekends, or like are they only during the week?
They're on the weekends. Fridays, like Yeah, we have a lot of Friday meets in indoor.
Yeah.
And then Saturdays, but that's
And
about
those
it.
are always like they're like 2 or 3 days or 2. Or are they usually just
usually
1?
1 to 2.
Yeah, 1.
Usually 1.
1 to 2.
Depending on
1 to
how
2.
big the meet is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the biggest meet that you guys have gone to?
Nationals.
Well, obviously. Thank you.
Averie, what was the biggest one? That
Yeah,
you went to?
probably like Carney.
Carney. Or
Like
yeah.
outdoor. Indoor probably Down Concordia.
Yeah, they usually host pretty big meetings.
And you're not just competing against people in your conference. You're
No.
competing against,
Yeah.
like, you went to South Dakota and you were competing against
South
those.
Dakota was probably the biggest one.
Change my answer. South Dakota.
That
That
was
was
CSU.
that
Big
was
ones.
crazy. Like that one was the 300 track.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to compete there just to see everybody. Well, to compete against or just to see D1 athletes like
Oh yeah.
the throwers, the
There's D1, D2,
Yeah.
D3, NAI all across the board.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Coming from a D3 school, that's just like really cool. Like you're literally alongside of these other athletes.
Yeah, and you're competing like neck and neck with them. There's in track. I feel like there's like there's not like that sounds weird, but like there's not that much difference between divisions and
No,
track
yeah,
just
I
keeps getting
agree.
faster and
I
faster.
agree.
So competing against stud D1 players, it definitely helps grow you as an athlete, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, we talked a lot about track during this segment, but we're going to go to a break. And in the next segment, we're going to dive into a little bit more soccer, talking about team relationships with that. But we will see you after the break.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Mentoring program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Childcare providers know that little kids are a big responsibility, and you work hard to do your best for the families who depend on you. But help may be available. If you own or work at a childcare program, you may be eligible for Nebraska's School Readiness Tax Credit. Find out if you or your program qualify, because in the work you do for our youngest kids, every dollar counts. Learn more at schoolreadiness.taxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation, and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
On the block with Strick and Austin.
Nebraska football banked 3 wins early. It had to do that. Seeing the win against Purdue, seeing the win against Northern Iowa, even Colorado, I feel like, at least for me, the wins have been secondary. I've been trying to nitpick, they have to do this better, they have to do this better. Nick, I'm going to spot now with both the Royals, helping me see with the Huskers, we got to learn to love these teams for who they are. The bar has changed.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right, most recommended Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Old School with DP and J.
Scamper, to run with quick, light steps, especially through fear or excitement.
To escape fear or excitement?
Running through fear or excitement.
So,
right? Because of.
So everything Kyler Murray does looks like a scamper.
Yeah.
Because he looks like a little kid who just stole his mom's purse.
Yeah.
And is trying to avoid.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Alrighty, we are back with Behind the Black and Gold with Natalie and Averie. We're going to get right into it. We talked a lot of track last segment, but let's talk a little bit more about soccer because we're dual sport athletes. We're doing it all.
Doing it all.
Team dynamics. What is the biggest difference between an individual sports where you're doing your different events, but those ultimately the points go to the team, but it's more individual when you're besides being on a field with a bunch of other people?
Well, for soccer, chemistry is so important. Whereas track, honestly, it doesn't really feel like an individual sport.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you are competing like
against your teammates, yeah, but
but it's like they have helped me so much, and it's like it doesn't feel like an individual sport at all.
I mean, what she kind of said though about soccer is like team chemistry plays like such a huge factor into success on the field for sure. Like how well your teammates listen to each other, and like that comes on and off the field chemistry for sure. And then for track, like your teammates are like your biggest motivators. Like they're going to push you to your limits, and they're also going to be there when you fall. So I think that also is like, yeah, we're competing against each other, and we're competing against each other, but we're also like rooting for you. So it's individualized, but also team dynamic.
And you have a bunch of different individual teams within the track team. What's the dynamic between
like you guys are sprinters. What's your dynamic with the throwers and the jumpers? Because I know that you're both a sprinter and a jumper.
Yeah. Sprinters wise, like all the sprinters, like everyone, we all warm up together except for the throwers. They don't do like the running warm up that we do. They have their own stuff and they have like different practice times than we do. And then everyone else kind of warms up together for the most part, and then we all kind of like separate once practice starts. This sounds weird, but we kind of all stick to our own subgroups, you know?
Yeah.
Like jumpers and sprinters kind of overlap because a lot of sprinters are jumpers. But like pole vaulters, like that kind of thing, like you get really close with your, you know, your core group of people, and then I mean, we all definitely still cheer each other on. Like, I'll go and watch the throws and cheer them on. Have no idea what's going on most of the time.
I was
but
thinking, like, just seeing what everybody can do, it's like, dare I say, inspirational. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm trying to say, though? Like, it's just cool to see how, like, you know, everybody's there for the right reason.
Yeah,
like, and
for
they're putting in the work, they're putting in the time. And it's just like, you know, it's cool to see because you're like, oh, I'd never do that. Like, I don't know how you guys do that. Like, just giving credit where credit's due.
Agreed.
Overall, NWU has a really good track team, and they have had a really good track team for the last couple of years. Who's a person on the team now, or a person that's graduated, that do you feel has pushed you? Because I know you guys are competing against each other. Who's the person that's pushed you to become a better athlete?
I think we have the same answer in mind. One, two, three.
Bree
Gary.
Yeah, 100%. Bree is like the biggest, like, I call her my track twin because we did like all the same events and whatnot. But she was like the first person that like really made me feel like I like belonged on the team because she jumped with me. And she's just like such a team player, was really just like big uplifter. The other like ones that I have personally would probably be like Ella Hilger and Bella Hogue for sure. They were definitely like big team players, and they just kind of really helped me grow as an athlete.
Yeah, Bree definitely brought like the energy. Like, she, you know, she always greeted you coming into practice. Like, she could have like the worst day ever, and she would like make your day.
She could have mono,
better, you
and
know.
she would
She'd have mono, and she'd
know.
still be there. Yeah. So more for me was Reagan Levi and also Natalie, because it's like I said, it was so scary coming in, and like, you know, I didn't even know how to do blocks, and like they just like, I felt like their daughter. Like, they cared for me so much. They care for me so much.
Also, props to Alexa Kosa. She was another one.
Oh my goodness, yes, me too. Just like, they're just, I could feel the worst ever, and then like they would bring me out of that hole.
Yeah, agreed.
No matter how bad their day was.
Yeah.
Transit. I know we talked. So we were talking about. Now we're actually going to talk about soccer. Let me talk about soccer. Soccer. You guys were away this week.
Yeah.
And at Loris.
Oh, sorry.
Tell me about that. How'd that go?
So obviously the competition is like amazing. I love our conference. Coming into a game like Loris, you know, they're nationally ranked. Like, we
made it to the national tournament many times the last few years.
Like, that's obviously really hard coming, you know, especially like they have home turf.
Yeah,
like,
home field advantage, senior night, like
they put their
homecoming week.
Homecoming weekend. Yeah. So, but me personally, I think that we came with the energy.
Yeah,
regardless of the score, they really only had like one.
They only had one like world class goal.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was just like little things here and there. But
the
I think
mentality on both sides was just, you know, crazy. Like, I loved playing that game.
Yeah, I think they didn't, you know, we're kind of the underdogs for a lot of it just because our past records and all that stuff. But I think we really showed out. You know, we were down very early into the game, and we kind of got a little frazzled, but we really like picked up our heads and we really fought.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't roll over and let them have the game. We definitely fought every minute.
That's a game where like we got better from that game, and the score does not matter because we did stay in it.
We stayed in the game for sure. Yeah.
And that's really all.
And we did have our
chances.
too.
You're going there. They're nationally ranked. Like, that's the mindset that you need to have.
And their style of play is wild, so that also plays a factor.
Unique.
Everybody has just a unique style of play that they like to do. So, what is each of your guys' position? And give me, if I had no idea what soccer was or like the different positions, give me like one like thing that is important to your specific position.
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. So I'm a forward.
Shooter, gonna shoot.
Yeah. So those are the ones that are on top of the field, like mostly getting the shots off. The thing that is most important to me is like always moving, like
Yeah.
being reliable, make the runs even if I'm not getting the ball, like make the
Selfless.
selfless. I was gonna say unselfish. That's
Close.
selfless runs.
Yeah.
That's so important because not only are you dragging a defender, but you're opening up a whole nother channel for your other teammates to come through. And it's just, just being reliable, being there, getting up, getting back. Pretty much.
Dabbling a little bit everywhere.
Yeah.
So for our style of play and the formation we play, I'm a wing back is what we call it. So like a mix between a defender, an outside wing, and a forward. So I kind of play the whole diameter of the field. My job is to
throw the ball in.
Yeah, throw the ball in, get a first down.
Mhm.
Yeah, my job is to drop back when defense is under pressure and to get up when we're on the offense and allow my teammates in the midfield to have an outlet to go out so that we can go back in and score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a feeder. I feed the plays.
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
what I call myself.
I just think that soccer is just a really dynamic sport. There's so many little things that go into it. And if you have no idea what's going on, like offsides things happen, everybody's like, oh, what does that mean?
Mhm.
I just now,
Yeah.
my sister played soccer for years and I'm just now like picking up on like offsides and things like that.
Yeah.
There's just what age were you when you like kind of like figured out like the dynamics and the things that go into the game of soccer? Because it's just, there's so many little intricate things that go into it.
What would you say, like 12, 13?
Well, I didn't start till.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
She's got a different
Yeah.
story.
So,
I'm no ordinary girl.
No.
yeah, for me, I would say like 12, 13.
When you start
Ugh.
being competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because obviously it's hard, like growing up, like you have so many different things going on.
Mhm.
But that's when like the fields start getting bigger. Offsides is finally like, that can get
Mhm.
called now. And there's more players on the field. It's not like a 6v6 anymore.
Yeah.
So I would say that's when for me it started like getting competitive. And then like just from there on you like, add up the info and then it like
You watch, you play.
Yeah.
You
It's
kind of.
just a progressive thing.
yeah,
Where, like,
for sure. Like the select teams,
you're not gonna know.
you play more teams. It's
Mhm.
not just like the same like
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Now you've had a different experience.
Yeah.
Tell us your experience
oh,
with the game
so-
of soccer.
So funny. So I didn't go out for soccer till freshman year of high school, which is not normal. Mostly everyone has done it before this point. So I started freshman year, made varsity at a small school, so that played a factor. But made varsity, started, had no idea kind of really any of the rules at this point. Just knew what offsides was.
And I feel like that's what you really need.
Yeah, and I was on defense. It's not like it
Yeah.
applied to me that
No.
much. So, yeah, I would say that entire freshman year season, I was like, okay, you need to figure. You can't run over girls and not expect to get in trouble for it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it was just a lot of that. For
So,
sure.
Natalie, obviously you started when you were a freshman, and coming into that, you're coming from high school play to college play. You played on traveling teams for soccer, didn't you?
Mhm. Yeah.
So I feel like that's a little easier of a segue when coming from, because you're playing with people that are like really like diehard. Like these are
Yeah.
very competitive.
Yes.
So I feel like that's like a little
My, like,
bit more
eyes
of a
are wide.
segue. It's like, yeah, it's like setting me back some more flashbacks. Oh
Yeah,
gosh,
trauma,
It's
you
like,
know.
oh yeah, let's move on. This is what we're talking about anymore. But it's a faster type of play coming into
For sure.
college.
Mhm.
Was there a huge difference to that, or was there just like, oh, you felt like you were kind of prepared for it?
Well,
Or you could say nothing can compare me.
I was gonna
Compare
say,
me.
could I gotten prepared? Like I had no idea what to expect.
Mhm.
But it's definitely nice to have the background, like, you know, how do I word this? Like, as much as, like, like, looking back on the memories, I guess, like, sometimes I'm like, "Ooh, that was, like, not the best time."
Mhm.
But it's like, I got to experience that. I get to say that I, went to, like, Arizona. I got to go to Texas to play all these cool teams. Like, even if it's not, like, what I wanted it to be, I got to experience that. I got to play with, like, soccer players who are at UNL playing soccer, and, like, that's still really cool to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the experience, really. Like, I'm very glad for my time that I had,
Mhm.
and I think it did, like, form me into the player that I am right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Agreed. Yeah.
100%. You are obviously who's a person on the soccer team, and you can say Natalie if you want to. But
Or Bryce.
obviously, Natalie's a senior. You have 3 seniors that are 4. You have 4 seniors on the
About
team.
5.
5? Oh,
Yeah.
Ellerie's
Yeah.
now
Ellery,
senior
yeah.
just because D3 rules, but
But you have these older classmen that you had. Who was somebody that you looked up to coming in?
you can also
onto the
talk about
team?
last year's
Yeah.
I was gonna
seniors
say
too.
last year, Kating, Trennan, Natalie, Bryce, Anaya too. Anaya was my big sister. All of them. It was another unique experience coming in freshman year. You don't know what to expect. You don't know, like, are these girls gonna like me? Or am I gonna get playing time? Am I gonna, like, travel? Like, obviously we didn't have that issue with traveling, but it's like it's things you think about, before you actually know. And it's like, am I in shape? Did I prepare well enough? Like, fitness tests come into play. But yeah, it was just real. I did look up to them, and I still do. Like, when Katie and Trennan came back to watch our game, like, you saw the picture, we were holding up our little hearts, like,
Yeah.
they also helped me into the player that I am. And, like, going through hard times together, going through the, like, better times together, like, that is also such a big part in all of it.
I would agree.
Natalie, you're in your final year. Who when you
don't
were
say
I
that.
know.
Grandma.
No, we're all saying that's senior year. It's not real. It's actually not happening. And
No.
we're actually freshmen.
Yeah.
We're being so honest.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
when you were a freshman,
Yes.
who was somebody on the team that you kind of looked up to?
So there was a senior my freshman year who was my birthday twin. She has the same birthday as me and wore the same number as me. So her name's Hannah Hollis, and she was like my rock freshman year because I was starting as a freshman as a center back, and I hadn't really played center back all that much with club in high school. So coming in and playing these girls that are like 5'8", $150, feeding them something in the water over there in Iowa. And I was like, gosh, I'm scared. And so Hannah Hollis was like one of those girls that like really like took me under her wing and was like, hey, you can make mistakes. It's totally fine. Everyone does it. So don't hang your head. And then another one was Morgan Finley. She was my other center back with me. And she was also like a complete light, like kept her composure on the field. And she like really just kind of let me make my mistakes, but was able to give me grace. Yeah.
What's some of the differences, because you're now in your 4th year, from each year, the progression that's happened with this team? What are some differences that you've seen through each year?
Yeah. So my freshman year, the like dynamic was that seniors didn't really do more than they had to. So like gear and stuff, like seniors never touched gear. Like I get the respect aspect, but when you're building a team in unity, if you expect me to do like give 110%, then I also expect you to give 110%. So that goes into like little things like picking up gear, checking in on your teammates, that kind of stuff. That wasn't very apparent, I would say, my freshman year. Granted, the dynamic was different, but we still like had really good team chemistry. But like when times were bad, they were bad. We had a lot of like finger pointing, like this is like just little things like that. And I feel like we're not really like that anymore.
No,
like,
definitely not.
I feel like we like try to find the positive more than anything. And I feel like each year that's become more and more apparent. Whereas like I feel like my senior class has really been pushing to like change the environment and the dynamic within our program to make it more positive. Yeah. And I didn't want that. I didn't want like as a freshman to come in and being like scared out of my mind.
Right.
Kind of thing for them. So yeah.
Realizing that it's a team sport, it's not individual.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're going to take it into our next break and we will talk a little bit. We're going to dive into that All-American.
Okay.
And we will see you after the break.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bosson, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th, paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basements? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Behind the Black and Gold. We are in our last segment. I'm still here with Natalie and Averie from NWU Dual Sport Athletes. We're going to wrap up. I got 2 more questions for you guys just to kind of just understand the dynamic of soccer. So Natalie and Averie, obviously you were recruited by the same coach, Jen.
Yes.
And then Averie, when you came here, Jen wasn't there anymore. So you have Kevin. What has been the biggest difference? Because you've seen the differences from coaching throughout your years.
Yeah, definitely very different coaching styles, coaching dynamics for sure. I would say Jen, her coaching style was very like positive, uplifting, like, hey, don't dwell on the negative. But Kevin's also very similar in that aspect. Whereas with Jen, there wasn't a lot of accountability piece where we couldn't really like dive into like issues we were having on the team. We were kind of overlooking that aspect to try to just be more positive. Whereas now I feel like we work together to figure out like what's wrong. Kevin has been doing a really good job lately of like listening to us players and like what we feel like we need to work on and like ways that we feel like we need to better ourselves and our team.
Yes, like we're not only learning stuff on the field but off the field.
Yeah.
And that's really big to me.
Yeah.
Like accountability as a person, like just holding, discipline really too.
And holding your teammates accountable because soccer's a huge team sport. There's obviously you can have one person on the field that can carry the ball all the way down, but that's tiring for them.
Yes, it's a lot of work.
When the ball goes back
back and forth.
that's
trot back.
But just definitely like the team dynamic for sure. But you had, did you meet Jen like when you were like getting recruited or like was that like
how
was that?
Yeah. So like I was saying before, I was like literally in 8th grade when I first started talking to Jen. And then like once I was able to play again after like my injuries, she came to a couple of my games. And I remember on my visit, she was, come for a visit. And then I was like, I had no idea. I was like, so like, oh, how do I like get on the team? And she's like, what do you mean? You already have a spot if you want it. I was like, oh, okay. Because like, we never talked about it. Because like, obviously if she was keeping in contact with me, she wanted, like,
she wanted you.
I know. I guess I just wasn't seeing that. So yeah, that was my experience with Jen. She was always saw a smile on her face. Like even in campus, I love seeing her around, because she's still there. So she always talks to us. Like I love that.
She's very invested in our team and our program.
So, I was really sad to hear that she wasn't going. Like I wasn't going to be coached by her.
Yeah.
Because I was looking forward to, obviously, as one does when they like commit to a sport.
But you've learned through.
But you continue to play.
Continue to play.
Okay. So wait. So
you can segue into the coach now.
So like, do I go in and get into it or
segue about how it is now?
So with Kevin, he has made me such a better person. Well, player, but person too.
Like teammate.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like definitely holds us accountable, and I love that because, it's hard like being together all the time. Like all
Yeah,
the time.
all
We're
the
with
time.
like and we're a bunch of girls.
Yeah.
Like props to Kevin and Austin too.
Yeah.
They're boys with like 30 different girls.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I've heard both things about like how Jen was coaching and when I first came in, like how Kevin would coach, like because you guys had spring season with him.
Yeah.
But I've also been hearing like a thousand other things going into freshman year, so I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I just want to play soccer. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't know what to expect. But yeah, it was a shock, but like I love being like a player under Kevin's
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah. Agreed.
And that's how it is at Division 3. Like, you want to play, you're going to play. It's not like you're getting
We're not
to
getting
play.
paid.
Yeah,
to
like
play.
we want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we're
wanna
not
play.
getting paid. Like this is
We play
this
'cause
is
we love the
our
sport.
yeah. This is
Yeah.
our decision. And
So you're doing track and you're deciding to do both. One last segment into track, Natalie.
Yes.
You said in the first segment that you could potentially get a car if
Yes.
you got an All-American.
Yes.
This last season, what did you do?
I ran a nationals in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for the 4x4 with Bree, Bella, and Kiara, and we ran 4x4 prelims and got the big Q into finals where we ran finals and finished the race and got All-American because we finished top 8. So I got that All-American and I got that
the car. What kind of car did you get?
I got a Volkswagen Taos 2024 Sports Edition. She's
Sports
pretty.
Edition. And now her dad will not shut up.
No.
And
now
he wants that All-American trophy in his office because he's just living vicariously through his daughter, which I love. I
Yeah.
love how much he loves track and coming and supporting you.
Yes, he
Which
does.
is awesome.
He loves to support
And your
everyone.
siblings. Your
Yes.
siblings be showing up.
Yeah. Little Gabe.
Lydia.
Little Leia.
And Gabe.
And Jack. Jack's made a
Gabe.
couple of appearances
Yes.
here and there,
Mhm.
And my mother.
Your mother. Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming. I know that I had to persist and say, hey, please. I really just want to talk about your story, but thank you guys so much for coming and being a part of this. I hope that you guys got something out of this and we're
We
glad that
did.
this show your
Yeah.
stories. But
Thanks for having us.
Again, thank you to our 93.7 listeners. We will see you next Sunday on Behind the Black and Gold.
Yep, yep.
Yep.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs.